Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Chris. Phoenix Princess, what is up? We got yesterday a lot of Black Ops 6 zombie stuff that made me very excited. Yoshi, appreciate the follow over on Twitch. And today, I'm going to check it all out. I saw a lot of this gameplay that they put out. We got 17 minutes of like gameplay, and then we have also, let me switch this over. We also have a like 3-minute breakdown of the story, and then Chris with that gifted sub, bro. I appreciate it, getting it started off. And then there's so much like information because they brought some people out, I guess, to play. It's weird. They brought people out last week to play the game, Zombies creators. And they kind of did this last year with, like, I think it was like COD Next or something. They gave them gameplay that they could show us, but like we don't get to see their gameplay. So the people playing these videos are terrible. But you get to see some of the game. They definitely are hiding some things that people have explained are in the game that are I think the parts they think that we're gonna disappoint people, they kind of hid in this like 17 minutes of gameplay they put out. But everybody got to play the game, so they already know. I mean, can you ask a question? That's what the chat's for. So I'm gonna run TikTok here, and then oh gosh, that just like auto played. We'll watch Dalek JD's video. He got like the highest quality one. I don't know what happened to everybody else, but they did not get the high quality. TikTok. TikTok's nice today. They don't get the fun screen. They get a real screen. It's crazy. Hey, getting to plus would be fantastic. Getting to plus would be fantastic. Oh man, getting to plus would be fantastic. TikTok. The TikTok. Every time I run it, the screen is on mute. I click the go live, and it's not muted. It's not muted until I refresh the page every time. And it's not even that it's not muted. Like, it starts repeating, like, over and over. It's not like it has its own output. It should not do that. Yeah. I don't understand. It's, like, makes no sense. 0 sense. Lots of echo. All right. I'm going to... I'll run this. Just try and point out like the things I noticed. There's a lot here that I need to get a good vibe of. Got that classic quick revive music. So it's like they have like random NPC soldiers here that are like getting ate by the zombies. That's definitely a different little twist. So much of this is just like Cold War. But they mixed in some classic things and then some new things. For sure. Couple of the new things though, like I was really hoping we would backtrack even more from Modern Warfare Zombies. Vegas, good morning. You saying that like that? You spelling it like that? Me saying it like that? Saying words a little differently than they are? That makes me think of when Deadpool said retired in that new movie. Landon, this for real? Yeah, this is the gameplay, like the official gameplay footage that they revealed yesterday. This is Terminus. Apparently we're getting 2 maps on launch. Terminus and Liberty Falls. This map is... Yeah. The people... There's a lot of cuts in here. And as you see, there's no HUD. They definitely don't show off a lot of stuff. But I can tell you... It's pretty much just like Warzone and everything is right now. You got tack sprint, slide cancel, your new omni movement, diving backwards and stuff. And I think there might be a couple clips of like the diving backwards in here. When does it release? I mean, the game releases in 3 months. There's beta in 3 weeks, but not sure if we're gonna get any zombies beta or not. Bro, I don't even know what a comic accurate Gambit is. Like, I don't know what he was like. I only know him from the X-Men Origins and then the Deadpool and Wolverine. And it was funny how dumb he talked and how Deadpool spoke to him about that. But, I mean, I would say as like a stylistic action character, I mean, I actually just watched the X-Men Wolverines like 2 weeks ago because I kind of like did a speed run to catch up on everything, like to refresh myself. I don't know. I thought the one from the other one was better. I mean, all he did in this one, you know, throw cards and talk stupid. That's how he's supposed to look and sound. They did good not to do that the first time. I will say, shame, whatever. I will say the Pack-a-Punch camos, they're kind of blah. They're kind of blah. The Pack-a-Punch camos from Modern Warfare Zombies are actually way better than the ones for this map. But, I mean, though, I'm sure they'll be like last time where everyone will be different. Last time, like for Cold War, there was different Pack-a-Punch camos for every map. And we have 2 maps on launch. Nice. Classic M4 right here. Actually, it looks like the M16 with like that part on the top, but I don't have a HUD, so I can't see. But it is automatic, right? I wasn't even watching. Cold War Zombies, probably your favorite. I mean, I was never like a Zombies player until Cold War, so I definitely enjoyed it. I've gone back and played some, but I don't know. I just never stepped into Zombies, but Cold War, you could rank up your guns for Warzone, so that was like the easiest way to just run in and run, you know, 45 minutes of Zombies to rank up guns. I bet I love Deadpool and Origins too. I mean, not as much as the new one, because he's got a lot more screen time in the new movies and he's funny, but I didn't mind it. It was cool at the time. So they replaced, at least on this map, we haven't seen anything from the Liberty Falls map. They replaced the dogs. Like they had the... What were the gas ones called? The gas dogs from like Cold War. Hellhounds are the fire ones. What are the other ones called? I don't know. Anyways, they replaced all the dogs with like these flying creature things. Chris is not a Zombies player. But you should be. Now's the time. Almost broke my neck shaking my head so hard. Hey man, I just watch movies. You know? I see characters, I either like the character or I don't. I don't have anything to base it off of. Yeah, so this is like a dog round, but it's these like flying things instead. I don't know what you call them. Maybe we know. But let's look. I'm looking through Twitter. There's a lot of stuff on Twitter. So the spiders are called vermin. They have these mangler looking things, but it's like a bunch of people all stuck together. They are the amalgam. Yeah. Oh, did we already see? Oh, yeah, we already saw the gobblegum part. I think they said there's going to be about 20 gobblegums, I think, on launch. Excited for Beetlejuice 2. It does look good. The Plague Hounds, that's right. The Plague Hounds. Norsky, good morning. This guy called Hoopsick. He did a number on my neck. So there's one of the traps. There's a few traps on this map that I saw. So they're doing like, you know, in Cold War, you could apply like your custom blueprints after you got a gun. I don't know if it's confirmed that they're still doing that, but what they are doing is like Black Ops 3. This is a new perk. Melee Macchiato. Basically, when instead of gun butting for melees now, you like do a super punch with this perk. My neck, my back. That other stuff. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Finish the song, bro? I'm just not a good singer like that, bro. I can't. That's a trap right there, actually, above his head. I don't know if that's the one they show later. Oh, the blueprint things, though. Dude, I kind of gave up on copyright. I've been running wild and free the last few days on YouTube, on the streams. The short streams, they hardly make any ad revenue. Like, shorts are very, like, shorts make at best like a 10th on the ad revenue of like what a normal video ad rate is. And you still, like, if you get like memberships or super chats or anything, you still get that. Like, the only thing you lose from like a content claim is the ad revenue. So on the shorts, it really doesn't matter. We had a short stream get like 40-something thousand views. And like the ad revenue was like single-digit dollars. Does not matter. Because most of the time the short streams nowhere close. Because the shorts are like TikTok. It's like if you have 5 minutes of like something where you're restarting your game and the retention goes down, like it's basically over at that point. It's all retention based. Back to this. Oh, he got the this is the Beam Smasher. The Beam Smasher. And in the mystery box and on wall buys, you're going to be able to make like, you're going to have like a loadout that you make, like your pregame loadouts for all your guns. Like, I guess if you have, I don't know if it's going to be a special one you set up or a blueprint that you have saved. The Beam with the M. Sorry. I don't know how to say that in English. But American English. Beam smasher. But yeah, when you go to buy wall buys or get stuff from the mystery box, it'll be like your loadout you made, like Black Ops 3. Terminus will have the most Easter egg and side quest of any of the zombies maps. Interesting. So this thing shoots like this laser, and then it does like this stun beam thing. That thing. Looks like something out of Doom. They did go, yeah, more on that edge on this one. This is like some of the wilder looking things I've seen in here. Makes current zombies look like Willy Wonka. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this is like kind of like their mimic equivalent, because it like kind of like snatches you and pulls you in like that. This is the, what did it say? Amalgam? Is that what it said? I'm not in love with all the water play. I don't know why they're forcing the water into everything. I hope we get at least one map where, man, it's just like in a town and there's no water. But this map has like, I don't know, at least like 3 islands or something that I saw in here. I'm a little, so, hold on, let's go back. Right here. There's no pack-a-punch menu. It's just like now in Modern Warfare Zombies. You just walk up and it goes to the next pack-a-punch. In Cold War, you had like a menu. 1, 2, 3, like, and it showed you prices, and then you could switch like tab to the other screen and buy like ammo mods. So I don't know where you get ammo mods in here. There's ammo mods in the game because there's Elemental Pop where you get random ammo mods, but I don't know where you get ammo mods, and you definitely don't get them from the Pack-a-Punch, because multiple times in this gameplay, you just walk up to the Pack-a-Punch and just click it. Boom. Like, it's there. Maps are going to be 80% water. Thanks. Hey, man. Good. I wouldn't be surprised. This one has a lot. Literally, you drive around on a raft, like, from spot to spot. So what they don't show in here is they never show anyone plating, but the people that played it have confirmed that it's like Modern Warfare Zombies. You're gonna plate, and the plates are, you can just like buy them off the wall. I guess there's wall buy spots for them. It's really weird with this gameplay. They did a really good job of like hiding things like that. You never see these wall buy spots for plates anywhere in this gameplay. You don't see anyone plating ever in this gameplay. You don't see tac sprint ever in this gameplay. They did say also there's no carpenter and there's no rebuilding of any of like the holes where the zombies crawl in. I feel like that's a weird thing to take out. So we got Return of Manglers. This is the the jet gun, right? The jet gun. Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's any question they're gonna be in nonsensical spots. I will say, even though we're gonna watch this, pretty cool. Even though the pack-a-punches are kind of mid for this map, the third one, the purple one, is the best of the three by a long shot. He's about to show this thing where he stims himself. This is like a new kill streak that I gotta imagine is gonna cost like a trillion savage. I said savage. Salvage, because this thing's crazy. Look at this. You turn into like a super powered mangler. So, I will say this. Some of the biggest L's that I saw were the plating. I hate that the plating is going to be like it is in Modern Warfare Zombies. Like, in Cold War, you went and refilled your armor. You just paid. Your plates filled all the way up. There was no animation for plating. Like, you went to an armory, you clicked, I want to, you know, rebuy my 3 plates, and it just fills you to max armor. And the armor lasts a long time. Like, I would say you could easily, in mid rounds, take 15 smacks from zombies before your plates would break. Modern Warfare Zombies, your armor breaks constantly. Like, if you're at an exfil, like, you're going to use, like, 10 plates per exfil just from a few smacks. I feel like 4 smacks and your armor's broke. 5 smacks and your armor's broke and you're half health. Like, if it's like that, they never show that in here. But, like, if you're, like, actively in a high round and you're getting smacked on a consistent basis, like, you're going to constantly be running around doing that stupid animation, man. I really, I just don't want the animation. As long as we don't have the animation, I don't care if it's like where I got to click the refill my armor button like I do in Modern Warfare Zombies. I just don't want to see the animation, because if you're in round 50 and you're trying to go like high round, I mean, normally in Cold War around, it was like round 50 or 55 was like the cap for health. That was like the strongest the zombies ever got. So basically, after around like 50 in Cold War Zombies, you were playing the same round over and over, just with more zombies each round. They were as strong as they ever got. And you just don't have time, like, running from a pack of 100 zombies at max health to be doing that plate animation like nonstop. So I'm really hoping, since it is like, there is a picture out there on Twitter of the HUD, and it definitely has like, it's Xbox, so it has the Y button for plating. I just hope there's not an animation. I hope it just goes in like it did in Cold War. Is this a video Charlie Intel put out? I mean, probably. I didn't see that video, but I mean, everybody got the same video. Like, it's like 17 minutes of gameplay that they gave to everybody. Gav, what is up? But the plating was the biggest L I've seen. I've only seen two things that I would say are I'm not with. Editing before the weekend. Nice. Do you not edit on the weekend? Zombies looks fire. It does. The other one that's going to hurt me is in Cold War, at first, when it first came out, it was unlimited self-revives. Like, if you had enough salvage, you could just go up to the craft table, buy a self-revive. It was always good, especially in solos, to have a self-revive. But it was like the same price. Basically, people were going a lot of very higher rounds, and they wanted people to go on a consistent basis. So they took and they made it where every time you bought a self-revive, it went up in salvage price. But I mean, if you're playing a solo and you're going 100 rounds and you're up in round 81, they're dropping so much salvage. Like, there's so many zombies, it doesn't matter really how much it costs. You're going to have the money. So it was still kind of almost an unlimited feel. Like, you would have to go down a lot of time. You'd have to have a really bad round where you went down like 3 or 4 times in a round and had to run to the craft table, like round 80, to really start running out of salvage. They're only having 3. You can only have 3 self-revives in a game on here. That's killer, bro. What will make that way more killer is if there's the plating animation. If you're in round 80 and you're running that plating animation, you're going to go down more times than you did. Being limited to only 3 self-revives is going to make it really tough. Yeah, they did a really good job in this video of gameplay, like hiding things. Like, they have no HUD on here. They never showed anybody tack sprint. They did not show how the plates work at all. The only reason we know about the plate stuff is from the people that got to play the game last week. Because a bunch of people got to play the game. They got to play the game for like 45 minutes, and then they got this gameplay to like show off. But yeah, man. Like, for me, like, I did all the Easter eggs for all the maps. Some of them I did a few times because they were really fun. Like the Outbreak one. I did the Outbreak one like at least 5 times. The first Outbreak one. I think I only did the second one like twice. Second one was pretty easy. They kind of messed up on that second Outbreak one. You literally buy a chopper gunner and you can kill Orda a lot of times by the time the chopper gunner was done. Until you see actual, this is just puff. I mean, this was not good puff, honestly. The pack-a-punch camos on this map, very mid. The person playing was terrible. But they didn't show them going down any. These are a lot of the things that they have in here. Just stuff. The jet gun was a thing they showed right before the end of that. They were trying to get people excited. They did a really poor job from this gameplay. I will say that. I could have done that gameplay for them and made it a lot better. Okay, so we get to see the Liberty Falls gameplay at next. I did not know that. This is the new Mimic thing. The amalgam. I don't think it was gameplay. Okay, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It looked like somebody playing a game. Very poorly at that. First look. Oh, that's that. Okay. So we saw the macchiato stuff. There's a few things I saw scrolling through here that you didn't really see in that gameplay. Yo, Blaine, have a great day. I'm happy that we get like the same people over the comms as Cold War. Cold War comms were pretty solid. So these are returning gobblegums. But there's like a whole lot more than the ones returning. You know, one that you get your wall by, pack a punch off the wall. There's a few here that are useful, but honestly, I feel like more interesting than the gobblegums is the augment thing. So all of the perks, you're going to be able to augment them. So like PhD is flopper. like standard PhD flopper. So you dive, you get the big boom. You can augment that to slider, which I will be doing every time I get it. I don't plan to be diving in zombies. Something that could make the self-revive situation not as bad is if there's some type of augment to quick revive. Because quick revive off rip. Yeah, armor is now wall by. Off rip, quick revive is like it is in Modern Warfare Zombies. It's literally just 50% faster health regen, 50% faster getting somebody up off the ground, reviving. That's not like super useful in general. Like it is to regen a little faster, but like in Cold War, you go down. If you're down and you kill a zombie, or the dogs were the easiest to kill. If you could get a kill on anything, you would revive. You would lose all but 3 perks. Whatever the first 3 perks you bought were the only ones you keep. So if you had 10 perks, you went down. If you got up from your self revive, you still have all your perks. If you got up from your quick revive by killing a zombie, you'd lose all your perks except the first 3 you bought. If that's an augment that we can do, I mean, that makes it a little bit better. If you're going high rounds, you're not going to kill any zombies when you go down in round 90. It's not going to happen. But it would offset the only being allowed to buy 3 self-revives a little bit better. Say, in the pregame lobby, there is a research path that unlocks augments, where there are 2 types of augments, minor and major. There are 6 augments per perk. That's a lot. There's going to be a lot of like variety in here. Now, I suppose being the way Call of Duty is, you know, there's going to be like meta stuff that you have to have. And then there's going to be like some stuff that's just garbage. Like Cold War, the whole year, energy mine was the most useless thing ever. Yeah, I agree. It does sound overwhelming, but that's what I'm saying. Like, they normally counter, they use all the options as like marketing, and then they just end up having like 5 things that are actually meta. Only 5 field upgrades on launch. Kind of surprising. Ether Shroud, Healing Aura, Energy Mine, Frenzy Guard, and Dark Flare. The Dark Flare is like, this thing. It's like a gun that shoots a beam and just kind of blasts everything in the beam for a few seconds. Most of like the lethals and tacticals and stuff are pretty much exactly the same as they've been for Cold War Modern Warfare Zombies. Free fire from modern or World War II zombies returns as a gobble gum. You can shoot however long you want for 60 seconds. Don't know what that means. But I saw there's a gobble gum that allows you to pull from your reserves anyways. That's kind of surprising because I think the zombies will die off pretty quickly. That depends. That depends. Well, it doesn't depend. It depends on who you are. Okay. I think, you know, all the Warzone creators, you know, they'll hop on zombie. Like, what's going to happen is zombies and campaigns going to come out. We're in what? We have 40 days left in season 5 for, like Warzone MW3. That'll run us through the middle of September. They're going to have a season 6. What they're going to do is they're going to start a season 6 in the middle of September. That's going to run for like 6 weeks. It's going to be like a 45, 50-day season. The last couple seasons have been about 60 days, 55, 60. They're going to run this about 45, 50 days. Cut it off right around Black Ops 6 dropping. Black Ops 6 is going to drop right like end of October, beginning of November. You're going to have campaign, multiplayer, zombies. But you're going to have a month, that whole month of November, there's going to be no current season going for the Battle Pass. The Season 1 Battle Pass will drop beginning of December when they integrate Black Ops 6 into Warzone. So for that month, all your Warzone creators and everybody is going to jump on multiplayer and zombies, and they're going to be like, ooh, this is really cool. And then Warzone's going to come out, and they're all going to go to Warzone and never touch those things again. That's pretty standard. So in that way, it's going to die off quickly, yes. Like a bunch of creators are going to grind zombies and stuff for a month like they did last year, do all the things, get the bone collector skin, you know. I don't know if our current Warzone creators are going to sit there and play the Easter eggs of these maps. They'll probably grind the camos for sure. But I will say for like diehard zombie people, there'll be way more people grinding this than played any Modern Warfare zombies last year. Like, I mean, there's a whole crew of like diehard zombie people that pretty much have disappeared after Cold War that will be back for this, and we'll be grinding it for a couple years from here on out. Although we'll see if it's in here, if this guy posts anything about it. But like Black Ops 6, so we had 4 years. We had Cold War, and then we had what? Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and now we're back to Treyarch. So Treyarch had 3 years off. They've never had that before. They only ever have 2. It was always Infinity Ward's year, Treyarch's year, Sledgehammer's year. Cycle continues. So they had the 3 years off. I didn't like see it fully, but they're talking about Black Ops 7 coming like soon. Like very soon. I don't know if it's, I don't think, maybe they're going to run it. They ran Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 back to back. I literally think they might run Black Ops 7 next year. I can't remember. They had like there was a layout of like the next 7 or 8 zombies maps that are going to come out. And like 2 or 3 of them are listed as Warzone maps too. So it's going to be like the zombies maps will be on Warzone. Now they said they're not going to do like the Modern Warfare Zombies thing or the Outbreak thing. They said they're focusing this year on round-based maps only for zombies. But there are 2 of the upcoming Warzone maps that are listed as like maps they're going to use in zombies. We'll see if we can find that list. Do I think they would do that? I mean, so if we go back in history, Modern Warfare 2019, Infinity Ward's game. That's when they introduced Warzone. The next year was Cold War. Cold War, Treyarch made a map. They made a Warzone map. It was called, it had a name that had to do with mountains. I can't remember what it's called. No, Blackout was the year before. So that was Black Ops 4. They had Blackout. And then Was did they have, was World War II in between that? Was World War II Sledgehammer's game the year after Blackout? Regardless, yeah. They had Blackout. Then they came out with Warzone with 2019. In 2020, we had Cold War. Well, going into 2020. Cold War's game came out. Well, into 2020. Cold War's game came out. Man, I'm tripping. They call it 2019, but 2019 really was for 2020. 2021. We'll forget the years. Modern Warfare 2019. Then we had Cold War. Treyarch for Cold War made a new map. But Verdansk was doing so good, they didn't want to change off that map. So they took the Warzone map that Treyarch made, and that was the areas we went to in Outbreak. They had the 2 Outbreak Easter eggs, and the Outbreak stuff in Zombies, all those like areas that you like transported to after each round, those were all parts of the map that Treyarch had built as a Warzone map. So, I mean, they've definitely done that before, like repurposing a Warzone map into Zombies. You know, and then just for marketing this last year, they had Modern Warfare Zombies. They put the whole Zombies thing on Urzikstan. Zombies will be neat, but it all means nothing if they don't get an anti-cheat. Well, depends on what kind of Zombies player you are. I rather enjoyed. I watched quite a few people cheating on TikTok in Cold War Zombies, and it was kind of fun to watch. Like, it was nutty, honestly. But like, it's not like you really have like leaderboards or anything for Zombies, so if people are doing their own thing, cheating, I don't really care because I never see that. It's not like you're ever going to be person to person. Yeah, I mean, I still don't believe in Ricochet, but I did see yesterday they're cracking down on Warzone Agent. That would be nice if they actually did that. That would actually be real nice. I mean, okay, let me that would be fair. I'll say that. I personally think they should go back to having a public API. So, like, you should be able to use COD Tracker or Warzone Agent or anything, like, if you want to find out who's in your lobby. But, like, if they don't want that, yeah, they need to crack down and make it where nobody can have that. Yeah. I agree. I agree. They need all that. Oh, here we go. This is what I was wondering about. Like, where do you get... You have an arsenal here. This is where you get your, This is where you get your ammo mods.
You are playing BO6? How did you get access? You must be a famous streamer to get access early. So cool.
That's right, Brian. That is absolutely right. RTR, I appreciate the 17 months. I mean, everybody got access to look at it. There's actually still another video with the storyline I want to watch here, but I'm just kind of running through all these like things that we didn't see in that gameplay. Watch my classic G-Shock, the standard one, just the orange variant. We might have a command for watch. I don't know. Chubb, 100%. He did ask the question. Brain rot, cryo freeze, dead wire, napalm burst. So there's only 4 at launch. 4 other returning. What's the other? Well, what's the other than what? So it says this is Shadow Rift augments, minor augment. So this is where you buy like your upgrades, your perks. So this is where you buy everything. The arsenal. Spawns a dark ether portal occasionally. What does that mean? Lunch sounds fantastic. Why can't it just be simple? It'll seem more simple, I think, after people play. No carpenter. Sad. I don't know why they wouldn't have that, honestly. Like, it's nice once in a while to hit like a carpenter and just give you like a second to like, if you're somewhere close, to go grab some armor or what. But it's whatever. Rarities are all the same. Weapon rarities on your guns and wall buys, which I'm assuming that's all going to be. So you're doing like everything at the arsenal. I'm assuming that's where you'll do your weapon rarities. It's where you upgrade your perks, which that's kind of sucks. Like Cold War, I get it both ways. Not frequently. No, I understand both ways. Cold War, as you played, you unlocked these like crystals that you could upgrade your perks. So like, you know, eventually after all of the seasons finished, you know, I had enough like unlocks to like max out all the perks. But normally I saved a few because like every season they were dropping like a new perk or a new field upgrade or whatever. Isaac, appreciate the rose over on TikTok. So you would go into the game if you had your stuff upgraded and like it would be upgraded as soon as you jumped in. Like if you bought, you could like, there was like 5 different upgrades for like every drink. And you would have all those like as soon as you bought the drink in game, like if you unlocked them. The way they did it in Vanguard and the way they're doing it again here is where you upgrade your perks in game. And I partially understand that. Like I get the fact that if you haven't grinded out zombies enough, you're not going to have highly upgraded perks to play like a long, good game of zombies like it was in Cold War. You can go into a game, and if you play a good game, you could eventually like max out all your perks. Like that's the way it worked in Vanguard, and that's kind of, I feel like, the idea they're doing here. So that's nice, like the idea that you can jump in first time and you could have like a max game because you can get all your stuff fully upgraded. But that cuts down on the like the pitch to kind of keep people in the game. Like if you wanted to have a game where you crushed it, you would need to have grinded Cold War Zombies for quite a bit to max all the perks out. Because even if you bought your perks in game, they're just going to kind of be basic. So that I feel like this hurts the grindability, but it helps like if you want to jump in one time and have a top-notch experience, you kind of have that option. Only place I grind is the dance floor. Dang, bro. Turtle, what is up? I don't know. Apparently, people said like the map was big-ish, but like the raft boat you can like buy and drive around on is like really fast, and it makes it seem not big. Trials are back. We did not see that, I don't think, in the gameplay trailer. The beam smasher. That's what I was trying to say. Just couldn't say it English enough. Beta comes out 3 weeks from yesterday. So do you think there's a ref? Do you think that clip we got of the map was from zombies? What? Yes. I mean, they drove the raft quite a bit. And this thing is so ugly. I could have just left the mimics in there, bro. This thing is ugly. I didn't see this one where they're parachuting in. I mean, but there was they didn't have parachutes in Cold War, but I could see a lot of spots where a parachute would have been useful. I thought I put it in Discord. Do you even listen to me? I mean, the Warzone thing? No, I mean that, from what I understand, that thing you put in Discord, that's Avalon. And Avalon is gonna be, that's supposed to be a Warzone map. And it's also going to be one that they use in zombies. That was on the list. The ones I said where it was listed, like they're going to be zombies maps, but also like some of them also said they were Warzone maps. Avalon is one of those. That self-revive limit. That's tough, man. That's true. Not listening. I'm reading. Clad Delta Force is fun. I saw the guy that runs True Game Data for all the weapon stats in Call of Duty. He said that like pretty much all the weapons in Delta Force. He didn't say this is a bad thing. He said he's having a lot of fun in the game, but he did do like weapon testing, and he said all of like the ranges and like damage stats and stuff are like pretty much 1-to-1 copies from like the equivalent guns in Warzone right now. He didn't really say like, oh, that helped me do my numbers quicker or stuff, but he just, as a statement, he did say they were like pretty much 1-to-1 copies, damages and ranges, like all the damage numbers. Ooh. This is a big W. You're going to be able to save games. You're going to be able to have one game save at a time. So, like, it used to be, if you were trying to go, like, a couple hundred rounds on zombies or something, you know, that's 200 rounds in Cold War would probably take you, I would say, like, if you were being very efficient, maybe, like, 6 hours. So, like, if you needed to go to the bathroom, or you wanted to stop and eat dinner, or you wanted to do 3 hours tonight and then grind 3 hours tomorrow, you just had to pause your game and leave it up. That was a lot easier to do on console. PC was a lot harder to save for 3 hours and not have like your game crash, or pause for 3 hours and not have your game crash, especially if you use your computer for something else. So you're going to be able to leave. You're going to have one game save at a time where you can pause the game and restart there. That's solid, number one. Number two, this will be the first time that you can reconnect after a disconnect. You'll be able to rejoin a game. And then three, I don't know when we'll get to it, they said you will be able to join a game after like it started. So like if you had some friends that were playing, one of them left, you could join a lobby that had an open slot. Now, obviously you don't want to join a game at round 50 when you don't have any upgraded stuff, because there's no way you're going to get enough money to like upgrade your stuff before you get smacked around. You don't get picked. You just apply. Nice. You can also switch to third person, like you can do in Modern Warfare Zombies. I don't care about that. Will not be doing that ever. Very happy about this. PhD flopper can be augmented into slider. See, maybe it is that you got to get picked. Maybe Chubb's just so special. He didn't realize that he got picked so quick. And of course, your weapon levels are all like crossed multiplayer in Warzone, which is great. I want to see if where the map thing is. The list of the maps. I don't know if it was on this. So for your loadout, you choose your primary, your melee, your field upgrade, your gobblegum pack, and your augments. So you can do some augments before, even though you have like the machine where you do augments. Salvage is only one rarity now, which is good. It was confusing with the salvage in Cold War, honestly, having two different things. There were like two different tabs of stuff you could buy with the different things. So you get weapon rarities, ammo mods, and augments all happen in this arsenal. There's also this. They're gonna have multiple different HUD options you can pick from. Oh, here's the one that has the plates. See, that shows that you have plates like stashed right there. And they have the rounds and the HUD down here. And then this one has like the rounds in the regular spot up at the top. Apparently they're not going to be like customizable, but they're going to have like options of like different layouts of the HUD. Carpenter is dead. So sad. Okay, so here we go. Outbreak is returning in the next Call of Duty game, Black Ops 7 on Avalon. This is what makes me think that like they did Modern Warfare 2 and then they went straight into Modern Warfare 3. I think they're going to do Black Ops 6 and go straight into Black Ops 7 because we're supposed to get Avalon in Warzone second half of next year. And if we're going to get Outbreak on Avalon as well, it would make sense that next year is going to be Black Ops 7. That would be great. 2 Treyarch games in a row. I got some rain from Debbie. Yeah, it did look like it was hitting right in Charlotte yesterday, RTR. I saw that. Just give us verdansk. You're going to have to wait. Swagg, I think a lot of people missed this. And I don't know. I didn't see anybody else put this out. But Swagg put out a video. It's probably been 3 weeks or so now. And it was like the full breakdown of Call of Duty in the next year. Not Call of Duty, Warzone specifically. And he said, we're going to get like this new resurgence map when we get the new Warzone in December. But like he said, we're not getting verdansk till the middle of next year. He said they just started working on verdansk. He said they weren't planning to bring it back at all. They were, he said he didn't understand that, like all the talk there been about it, but he said they just started on that. He said verdansk isn't going to happen till the middle of next year. Debbie gave you 6+ inches and made it wet. That's really something. Tubing in a golf course. Oh, all right. That sounds like an experience. More gobblegums post-launch. Let's see if we can get this other video. Here we go. This is our storyline for
we're all very proud
the
and
next
excited about this game, and
map
we can't wait
or
to
more?
see fans get their hands on it.
At the end of Cold War, our heroes kind of saved the day. We had contained.
I don't know what Kevin's about to say here. Kevin Drew is like the mastermind of Treyarch Zombies. I will say, if you did the Easter eggs for Cold War, I mean, it is beyond obvious that Richtofen is about to be the villain. Like another version of Richtofen. It's going to be Eddie Richtofen, the director of like the CIA, is going to be our bad guy. People, I don't know, seemed like that was news, but I mean, they made that more than obvious, I thought.
Dark Ether.
Richtofen imprisoned them somewhere. Fast forward 6 years, and our crew have been in the deepest, darkest hole that the director could find to.
Okay, now that's interesting. So, man, this makes me want to go like play the game to see the cutscenes. The last cutscene for the last Easter egg, Richtofen has like all of our good guys arrested, basically. That's kind of like how it all ends. So now he says we just jumped 6 years and they've been imprisoned in the dark ether. So he put them in the dark ether. So he's worse than we even thought.
Conceal them from the rest of the world, and we will be breaking them out and discovering the state of the world.
Let's break them out,
All
bro.
of the characters have gone under quite a bit of a change. Prison changes people. That's kind of inevitable.
Our crew for zombies this game is Weaver, Dr. Gray, Carver, and Maya. The first three were our handlers in Cold War.
Right.
We got Weaver, who's this grizzled
I don't know this
veteran,
Maya person.
Used to be a CIA spy, spec ops soldier.
He's been through a lot since the events of Cold War. I think it's hit him harder
The
than
same
most
as
because
Captain
he
America
failed
Civil
his
War?
team, and he's had 6
Sure.
years to have that guilt amass. Gray has undergone a transformation.
She's physically toughened up a lot compared to the kind of lab geek that she was, and that's going to be very important now that she's boots on ground.
46.
Carver is the hardcore military guy.
He's been stripped of his rank. Trying to find his place could be something that he could possibly struggle with.
Yep, pretty much.
Supposed to be dead.
Maya
In
is
prison
a new
on
character
the island,
that
break
we're
'em out.
adding.
She's coming into this story desperately trying to find her brother. She's had to make an unlikely ally in the form of Peck.
This is Maya. She's with me.
Dr. Peck was a villain from the previous game, so they are not happy to see him.
That kind of adds
That is so
suspicion
like
to Maya's
that is so
character in
terrible,
everyone's eyes.
man.
Why?
That is so terrible. This is the worst character introduction you could have. This is Maya, and she's with me. No. Don't do that.
Adding.
That's bad.
She's coming into this story desperately trying to find her brother. She's had to make an unlikely ally in the form of Peck.
This is Maya. She's with me.
Dr. Peck was a villain from the previous game, so they are not happy to see him.
That kind of adds suspicion to Maya's character in everyone's eyes. Like, why are you hanging out with this guy? He's part of the reason we're here. You can't trust him.
But they quickly realized
Okay. All these people got arrested. End of Cold War. And they got sent to the Dark Ether by Richtofen. Makes total sense. Okay. They meet Peck here. I hope we get a good long backstory on that. Dr. Peck, at the end of Cold War Zombies, he's like, there's like a kind of like a post credit, and it's him, and he's at like this somewhere in the Pacific, walks into this place and asks this guy where this place is on a map. I think he's trying to find some of like the Dark Ether missiles that we had shot off in the first Outbreak Easter egg. But he wasn't in jail. He was very much out and about, kind of definitely a bad guy in his own right. So weird. We should do a fantasy football league, but I don't watch football. I used to do fantasy football. I was the best. I'm like, I spend an ungodly amount of time on my fantasy teams. I've had to really cut myself back. Last year was the first time, like in my adult life, I never played any fantasy leagues because I cannot stop myself. I mean, I will sit and I will do 5 hours of research on stats before I make a decision on like the smallest move on like my fantasy baseball team. Like it's a really bad thing. I stopped last year, and then I was the commissioner of my fantasy baseball league. So this year they wanted me back. So I'm back, and I'm spending too much time on it again. I'm about to quit again. Fantasy Pros makes it way easier. No, I mean, I read all that. I read everybody's opinion. I read every story about every player that comes out on Fangraphs, Fantasy Pros, CBS. I get everybody's opinion, and then I do my own stats. Home road splits, left hand versus right hand splits. Like I gotta hear everybody's side of it, and then I gotta spend my hours breaking down how I think about it. It's just, I can't stop myself. It's bad.
That the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So they all are aligned on wanting to hunt down Richtofen and getting revenge.
All of us here have a common enemy. The guy who locked you up.
We're going to be having hero character interactions, so they're going to be speaking to each other.
All those years behind the bars. Feels good to get hands on again.
Pace yourself, Carver. I think we're just getting started.
That's only going to be happening when they play the dedicated crew.
They interact with each other. You get a lot more information about how their relationships sort of change.
Look alive, Gray.
And you can still play as any other operator, but if you choose to play as these hero characters, you're just going to get a richer experience because there's just more narrative content.
To put the players actually into the characters that are living the story,
I don't like that.
It brings back.
It's weird. All of like the old head zombie players, I know they like that, the whole crew thing. But I thought the way they did it in Cold War was great. I mean, you could, whether you went in solo or you went in with the whole squad, you could be whoever you wanted as your, like, your operators that you had from Warzone, and you would get your normal comms. They would have like zombie specific comms, like, if they just took out a bunch of zombies, they'd say something about it. But like all your comms were kind of like radio communications to you. They'd pop up like a little picture on the screen of like who was talking, and they'd tell you something about like either something you were doing currently or something you should do or something that's going to be coming up soon. And I thought that was good. The whole like richer experience if you do the dedicated crew, just do it like you did it last time where they just talk to you the whole time.
Ships sort of change.
Look alive, Gray.
And you can still play as any other operator, but if you choose to play as these hero characters, you're just going to get a richer.
Why did it just give a follow time for watch time? Oh, you did the followage command. I don't know if I don't think I have a watch time command. I don't know if that's something I can do on Twitch. I know I had that on YouTube. I don't know if watch time is
experience because there's just more narrative content.
To put the players actually into the characters that are living the story, it brings back that tightness that I think fans loved and are going to really welcome back this time around.
The teams have been working so hard, and we're really excited for everyone to experience the characters in this story in Black Ops 6.
So there's going to be live gameplay COD next. Okay, that's kind of been like what people have been wondering. Like, oh, also, I didn't know something we were watching earlier. There is Raygun. What not the character you're following in that gameplay we watched, but like one of the other ones for a little bit has a ray gun. So there's definitely ray gun and your actual wonder weapon in that new map, Terminus. But we're gonna have live gameplay. So last year at COD Next, they brought the Zombies creators there, and they got to play like Warzone early, and they got to watch a presentation about Modern Warfare Zombies, and they might have got to see some gameplay, but like they didn't. They came home with some gameplay that they showed us. It was like this, where they dropped like a 17-minute clip of gameplay, la la la. They didn't get to play it live. They said there's going to be live gameplay of Zombies at COD Next. That is fantastic. Brought to you by Monster. That's right. I got the new bundle, like the Monster new free bundle from Monster with the charm, and I put the Monster charm on all my guns now too. Ronald Reagan. I don't know Ronald Reagan's background. I just know on Outbreak and Cold War that you would randomly see him. And yes, you would randomly he would randomly die after you saw him. Sponsorship would be great. They have been sponsoring. They have like their Warzone crew now. I think there's like 6 or so people that have like, they're like the Monster Energy gaming crew now. TP, Aydan, Huskerrs. I think there's like 6 of them. I will tell you, I definitely looked up such a thing. They did not have that. They had like, I can't remember what they had, to be honest. But they don't have any type of requests section. There's a lot of companies that'll have like, you can like apply as like an affiliate. You're not sponsored, but like you can, get a code or something. But nah, there was definitely no like full sponsorship one. How long have I sit here and yapped about this? We do it for golf stuff. Yeah, I mean, I have some things. Like, I have, all my codes. Like, if you put in... Actually, I did just fix the headphones one. Like, all my, like, links on there to, like, my products for Amazon. That's all, like, affiliate links. I've had a bunch of people offer me stuff. I've got the whole, like, the Fiji water thing that everybody promotes on TikTok. I got that email. Like, I have a bunch. I have a few that I'm like signed up for. Like, my code still works for like Ridge wallets, the Amazon stuff. I got a few, but I really, I don't have a lot of like stuff that I really care too much to like support Die Hard enough. Yeah. Dude, my Rich Wallet code, I don't know what it gets you, but it gets you a ton. I mean, Rich Wallets are like $200. And I think my code gets like 10 or 15% off and free shipping. My code does pretty well for like something that I haven't promoted in like 2 years. Golly, that is a cluttered looking thing. Where do I put a code in, bro? Oh, here we go. So we got $15 off. Ridge wallet code. I love my Ridge wallet too. I don't see the appeal of a Ridge wallet. I mean, for me, I was already using like a off-brand type Ridge wallet thing. Like I've been using a flat wallet like that a long time. I just didn't have a Ridge. So when Ridge was like, hey, we'll give you 2 wallets and some money and a, you know, like a sponsorship code, I was like, okay, sure. Monster Sport. I need Monster Gaming. I have an Apple wallet, yeah. I have a Google wallet. My wallet is insanely big. You know, I gotta pee, so I'm gonna go pee and I'm gonna grab my wallet. I'm gonna do a whole Ridge wallet promotion right now. Be a man, use a real wallet, and have a bad bag. Oh, no. Even before I switched to a flat wallet, like when I first started using wallets, right, as a young adult, yeah, I had a normal wallet, folded it, put that thing in my back pocket. But yeah, man, that thing makes you sit crooked. So I got to the point I was like, I can't put a wallet in my back pocket. So I did kind of switch to a flat wallet and then went to the front pocket. That's for sure. I never put anything in my back pocket now except gloves. If I ever have gloves for something, working in the yard or something. Makes it in my back. Whatever. I'll be right back. Man, that's way too much stuff to be carrying around, Savoy. My daily carry is very simple. Golly day, I'm running over all my wires. I carry the phone, the Google. I carry, here we go. Hashtag not sponsor. Burt's Bees chapstick. Keys. These are my keys to house and PO box stuff. I carry the key fob to whatever car I'm driving. And then the rich wallet. That's it. That's it. I have my phone on one side, and I have a key fob, chapstick, my key wallet, and my card wallet. I feel like it's very, very minimal. Schwarten, what is up? I would be sick with your daily carry. This is the rich wallet. Okay, look. You know, I would say hashtag not sponsored, but I guess I still am. I have a code. It's just so convenient. It's just this little flat thing. I just stick it in my front pocket. I pull it out, you know. Let's put a card on the front here that's not going to dox me. Sam's Club membership. We'll go with that. Right? So like I need that card on the front, man. You just push right in here and then it's right there. You just pull it out. Boom. It's so nice. And then I want to put it back in. I have the other one sticking out a little bit. And it slides right back in. Oh, man. So convenient. So convenient. Mr. I don't have TikTok for security reasons has digital locks. Oh, all right. Oh, all right. This all makes so much sense. Unbelievable. My lock isn't owned by China. Prove it. Prove it. I'm gonna see if I can find the zombies maps. The list of the upcoming maps. I can't. I gotta put space in there. Upcoming maps. So I guess we got verified. Okay, no, these are the Warzone maps. Let's do Gym, a rebirth update in season 1, Delta, and then Avalon and the Blimma, both listed as zombies maps as well. That's the part that I saw. So Avalon's going to be used for both. I assume it has to be Outbreak. Hair reveal? When I grow it back. I go from like having hair to shaving it. I had hair a couple months ago. I was doing some streams without my hat. And then I shaved it. So I've been wearing the hat again until it grows out while it's fuzzy. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had some hair. Learn all kind of things about iPhones right now I don't know nothing about. And watches. Man, I wish there was anything like... Oh no. I wish I had some Zombies beta to play right now, to be honest. That's not at all what we meant to click. Don't even know what we clicked. Something that looked like it had Mr. Beast's face on it. It's definitely not what we want to be talking about right now. Sheesh. I'm gonna cut TikTok and YouTube stream off since they have a different category on right now. This is gonna be a short stream, by the way. This is my Friday where I only have a couple hours. I just wanted to check out all that stuff. I hadn't seen that storyline video. You bought a new Xbox last night. Let's go.